I thought it was you. Nice to see you, Dixon.
It's been a while, Grandpa. 1 year, if my memory hasn't left me. Good to see you haven't kicked the bucket.
Put a sock in it.
Wait. Dixon. Dunban. You're the heroes who risked your lives a year ago in the battle to defend the colonies.
What's a pretty young lady like you doing hanging around with this bunch of slackers?
Dunban, Dixon. Thanks for helping out back there.
I don't believe we did anything.
He's right. Save your thanks for that giant bird.
What was that thing?
A Telethia. A mystical beast that protects the sleeping Bionis. Though I've never heard of one ever venturing down to where us Homs live. Strange.
A Telethia? So that's what it's called.
A mystical beast that protects the Bionis.
So, what's your plan from here? Follow that metal-faced machine, I presume?
What else? He's gonna pay for what he did to Fiora.
Well then, there's only one place he'd go. Galahad Fortress in Sword Valley. A year ago, those things were building a huge fortress, right in the valley. Tactically, it's an excellent location to launch attacks from. I feel there's a strong chance they've now finished building it. That would explain why both colonies were attacked recently.
Sword Valley. The very place where we made our last stand 1 year ago.
So it's settled. Bash down a fortress and smash some metal brains.
Easy, Ryan.
Chalk?
There's somewhere else I need to go first.
But what could be more important than... Wait, you saw another one.
Saw what? What are you on about? These visions sound pretty handy. Well, out with it. What do you see?
I was somewhere very high up. I was fighting at the peak of a huge tower. Fighting Metalface. I heard a voice. And then the Monado's power was unleashed. His armor instantly gave way. The Monado doesn't work on Metalface at the moment. But if that vision comes true...
A tower, huh? Doesn't give us much to go on.
Can you remember anything else from your vision?
I remember... a huge horn. That's it. As I fought Metalface, I could see the Bionis head.
Prison Island.
Prison Island?
I've never been, but I've heard of a black tower at the head of the Bionis. They say it was built by the ancient High Entia race.
The High Entia are real? I thought they were a myth.
I wouldn't blame you, son. An ancient race living at the top of the Bionis? It does sound crazy. But Bionis is home to all kinds of different people, not just us. That includes the High Entia.
The High Entia, huh? I dismiss them as folklore as well.
Never assume anything. Seeing is believing, right?
Have you ever met one?
Well, yeah.
Wow. Dixon, man, you're just full of surprises.
What can I say? I'm well-traveled. And it's all for your future. Day and night I've searched for new lands, met new cultures, and gained knowledge for our people. The life of a wandering old fool. A lonely one at that.
Stop your whining. You do it because you enjoy it. And you make a tidy profit.
Who asked you, Dunban?
Well then, Shulk, what's it to be?
We'll head there.
There are alternatives. We could abandon the colonies, find a place the Mekon will not discover and live in secret.
I realized something when we were fighting Zord. Wherever we go, they'll follow. We can't run from these things. We must fight on.
I see. Then I am obliged to join you.
You want to come with us?
Scared I'll get hurt?
No way. We know you're stronger than anything. Right, Ryan?
You bet.
I've recovered a great deal since we last met. And that miserly old coot over there made me this. Sharp, light, perfect for cutting through steel. Show me a Mekon and I'll slice it in two. I might not be in peak condition, but I'm useful.
I can't thank you enough.
We're in it together now.
You can count on us, Dunban.
Miserly old coot. That sword is forged from Mechon armor. It's worth every penny.
So you keep saying.
If you want to go to the Bionis head, you'll need a guide to get to the upper regions.
We're at the bottom, so I guess the only way to go is up.
Right, but we'll need to go up the lower back first.
The lower back?
Colony 6 is right at the top of the Bionis leg, so we'll have to head around the waist. Through a place called Sartol Marsh. Follow me.
As much as I'd love that, we got other plans. Hey everyone, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles. In the last episode, we went down to the central pit, saved Juju, and bested Bronzeface not once, but twice. And as he went down, he relayed some information to us. Really cryptic. But anyway, I just want to say a bit, this is another part that really got to me during my first playthrough of this game, because I feel like that cutscene and the cutscene that we just saw, at Dunban and Dixon, it gives so much in such a small amount of time. A preference to this is I'll get into it as we go on. Sorry. Anyway, in this episode though, as much as I want to say, you know what, Dixon, I'll follow you, and you know we'll go to the marsh and whatnot. This episode, just like our to Tephra Cave, we're going to be doing some side quests and general exploring. Consider it a tiny bit of cleanup. And sorry, and a small little detail that I don't see get talked about much in this particular area. Before you go to the marsh, in this current scene right now, if you remain in the Bionis leg or near Colony 6, this weather, it won't change. It's not gonna shine. It'll get dark by all means. I mean, in fact, it's dark now. But no, the sun won't shine, and you can go anywhere on the Bionis, and you can change time however you like. But no. This game right now is programmed to keep the tone, I should say, and make it rain in some ways. So yeah, that's a real nice touch. How Monolith is even using the rain. And to be honest, I feel that the tone is fantastic, because as I mentioned during that scene, at a cutscene with Zord and what I've just seen, it gives so much in such short little time. And one of the reasons why it really got to me, or something that I really loved about it, is that it's pretty much a polar opposite to the Colony 9 instance, because I stand by it. Colony 9 and the cutscene with Metalface and Fiora, that has to be one of the most impactful cutscenes that I've ever seen, and possibly in JRPGs in history.
Yeah, because it starts off and it pretty much just slams you with a major plot event.
I know, and it doesn't. At the beginning of this game, it doesn't drag on. It's not you dealing with, so and so side quests, or having to go through, grunts or bandits or anything of the sort. It gets straight to the main enemy. But the game just gives you enough time with Ryan, Dunban, and Fiora and Dixon in order to say, you know what, I like it. I like these guys. I like these characters, and I can definitely see that. Shulk and Fiora, they're gonna be the typical love interest. It gives you enough time to get attached, but not too long that it gets tiresome. and soon after, it's, yeah, like you mentioned, it just slaps you in the face with saying, oh, you know that love interest? Oh, she's dead. and the music, the camera angles, the animations, as limited as they may be for the Weasley limitations, the voice acting, the expressions, it all adds up to be something really, really touching. Following on from that, you feel like the Mechon and everything about them is completely evil, and they're kind of evil for the sake of being evil, because that's what a typical RPG does with the initial bad guys. It's saying, oh, they're just fodder, there's nothing to them, you know, and whatnot. It leads you down that path, but that scene with Zord, the way he's clearly in pain, and just the way the wrecked face is all burnt up and clearly being affected by the ether. It makes you kind of feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I know. I always feel bad every time Zord crumbles away and falls down there.
Yeah,
I almost want to cry for him.
And not only that, it definitely gives you intrigue, because one thing, Zord was the first Mechon that we can that can speak. It's like, well, why? You know, how come theirs is different? And it does, and there's always the intrigue of like, the Monado works with speed and shield and store visions, but not really offensive wise. So, it creates intrigue, it creates sympathy, all for the race that killed Fiora.
And I think that if you're able to feel sorry for an antagonist, they made that antagonist's character really good.
I know, especially this early on during the game, in which major encounters with the Mechon have only summed up to like twice. Zord being a second, and if you can do that during a second time around, then you're doing something right. And following on from that cutscene with Dunban and Dixon having been saved by the what we know now as Telethia, it addresses so many points and touches on good things. For example, there's typical world building. They're saying, oh, there's more races. Oh, there's history about so and so being the protectors from the Bionics. It makes you feel appreciated that Dunban is not just you know, this typical you know, old-fashioned hero who never gets to be playable, you know, because you're worried is going to be power OP or anything like that. But no, and not to mention they actually address it as saying like, I'm not as good as I was, but I'm still pretty useful. That to me is good, because it shows you can still play as Dunban, but he's not as good as he once was, and to me that shows humility, and it also makes the game fair. Yeah, sure, some people might saying, well, I mean, geez, mate, you're taking a lot out of this one scene. I know, but it's got so much into it that you know, you get to experience all that. At least that's the way I feel. If that's not something you see, I don't know. But anyway, based on that, yeah, as you can see now, Dunban is definitely in our party now, and not just for the one time. He's in for the long haul, at least for as long as he can be. And unfortunately, no, we cannot do Ryan and Char's far to heart yet. I'm at least happy to see that this is the first heart-to-heart weekend that's actually viable. But in any case, yeah, but as you see now, Dunban, Dunban, she's in fine now, and I like to just go grab him for a bit. Dunban, as you can imagine, he's definitely a swift attacker. As you go through fairly side quests in which you see he's a liar. I'll get Dunban in a minute. Just want to go through this.
He's the opposite of his name.
I'm Ernest. That shouldn't have happened. No need to moan though. You made it out right, didn't you? That's all that matters. Anyway, anyone can make a mistake, right? Though I suppose you did go. Here's his ward for you. Hi there. And we're trying to get things out of trouble, but he's... What have you got now, mate? Do you ever find any everlasting thief deposits? Well, could you go into more detail? Because it worked so well last time. And Dunban, like Ryan or Charlotte, they can chime into conversations whenever they like. I had a look at the records. Now I know where it really is. Records in a refugee camp, right? This sounds fantastic. I can tell you if you want to know. What you looking at me like that for? Everyone makes mistakes. This time I really know.
I like your earnest voice.
Yeah, sorry. But we all know what happened last time. We just can't trust you. You're not lying this time? I weren't lying before. I just got it wrong, didn't I? You can trust me. I have a cowboy hat. I'd like to say I can, but well, whatever. I ain't gonna force you. Do whatever you like. Oh, God. Brilliant. It's in the cave southwest of the bridge. I'm mixing Ernest with Old Man now. Old Man Ernest. The cave's at the water level, so you might have to get a bit wet.
Dude, are you looking at the weather right now?
Yeah, seriously, I think I'm getting wet already. No problem. Leave it to me. Yes, I too give my all because that's my first time experiencing it. Dunban, I'm just gonna tell you now. You're in for a rough ride. Anyway, getting back to Dunban really quick. We'll get a visual representation of him of how he is in fight, but Dunban know. In brief summary, he's a quick attacker. He's not really a glass cannon like Shulk, but Dunban is definitely more offensive based, and he's actually got a few good moves to him. I will see more about that once we get into a fight. So far though, right now, I don't mean to overhype Dunban, but he's definitely one of my favorite characters thus far in the story. He's got that majestic aura to him, and he can back it up at the same time, but he's also earnest. Or you can say modest, either way. Oh no, he just reeks of maturity. But either way, it seems we have a grotto here, so let's see if we can. Wow! Okay, never mind.
I've been getting careless.
Oh, wait. Oh, make a liar out of me, game. Why don't you?
What?
It stopped raining. Wow! I didn't know that happened. I've never died. We've never died in this sequence before. Wow, so it must just be a loading state. Okay, so that is interesting. It kind of ruins the tone, but wow. Okay, that's a cool thing. I did not know. I thought it rained. I thought it rains no matter what until you go to the next section. That's kind of cool.
And I knew that fish was there, but I thought it came out at nighttime.
Well, apparently not. Wait, so you willingly led Shulk to his death? You drowned the poor sod.
Well, at least going to your praise towards Dunban, he managed to survive that, where Charlotte and Schultz did not.
Yeah, we're getting a Kelso, as we mentioned. But let's see if this is the real thing. After what I just saw, I doubt it is. It's just another ordinary heaver deposit. Wow, that fish was an absolute cretin. Is that Flammy meant to attack you?
Yeah, Assault Flammy.
Well, so much for that. We're going to attack him with our troubles, and we'll be right back, and we're gonna have an earnest talk with Mr. Earnest. Meanwhile, I guess another side quest popped up. Excuse me. Do you remember? Do you have a minute to talk? Do you know Pama, the Nopon boy? He's been inconsolable. I can't speak today.
Inconsolable.
Thank you. I can't talk today. Big words there. Inconsolable. Ever since Chronic 6 was attacked. You see, he lost both of his parents in the attack. So, I want to do something for him. He really likes reading stories, and I want to give him a book. My creative skills start and end at drawing and painting pictures. However, Ewan, who fled here with us, is fantastic storyteller. I was thinking of asking him to write the book for me, but it's not easy for me to ask him myself. Doesn't sound too good. You have issues. True. I'm sure you can find a solution by manning the hell up. You're right, Dunban. I'm sure we'll work it out. I just want everyone to feel better. Although sharing Ian up is gonna be a lot more difficult. And seems like now we get into, albeit one of the game's kind of needless side quests I'd like to see. In which case, it's not really a side quest or for a collectathon or anything. It's let's just going to this person and talking to another person. Of all people here, I'm the least I am the least worthy of judging someone. But that Ernest is too much. He can't see twist the truth. Don't we know, mate? He wasn't always like this. Maybe something happened to him. Thanks, buddy. But that's not what we need to see. You want to make a picture book for Palmer, and you want me to write the story for it? What makes you think I'd like to get involved in any of that? I'm not an orphan anymore. I'm nothing. I've decided that I'm never writing ever again. You don't give up much, do you? I'll tell you what. If you want me to do this, I'll need something first. I need some polio neck meat. I want to strangle some polios. The liquid collected from the meat makes the finest ink. I hope that anyone figure this out. Alright, let's see what we got now. You just don't come crying and get a kick in the backside.
Buddy, don't worry. We've already gotten that from Earnest.
Don't worry, mate. We got it. So, it looks like there's that. But I do like how the NPCs, if you talk to one and then go back, and then after a time or after certain events have happened, you talk to another one, and they give more details. This helps in many ways because one, you get to build up affinities for the region, and not to mention you get backstories on some of the characters, which I think is all well and good. What? So there's no more crystals? And monster appeared again? Looks like I got it wrong again. Everyone fails from time to time, ain't that right? So you figured out I'm having you on. Your problem is you don't trust it. Anyway, I had a laugh. You deserve a little something. I was just messing with you. Earth cloak. I find it funny that it's a cloak. So now, Snaps Brick is definitely up to something. You still talking to me then? I thought you'd never speak to me again after lying to you twice. You know what? You're right. So this guy thinks we're good friends now because he nearly got us killed twice. I mean, what am I saying? He got us killed twice. But anyway, say like now we need to go get pony meat to try to make the finest ink. I would like to know how someone figured it out. Did someone stab Peponio in the neck, in which case gross, and then decided, you know what, I could probably make milk. I could probably make ink out of this.
And there's also that bird necklace to collect.
True. But one thing at a time. But I do. Yeah, hang on. Well, so many thoughts. Need to get out once in a while. I mentioned a little while ago that it's just some side quests or talk to this person, then talk to that person. Even when it's not the most interesting mechanic or one of the ways you can go about side quests, I can definitely be thankful that in any instances that this happens in this game, the person who you need to talk to is pretty much right next to the person who gave the quest in the first place. So, yes, it's a bit lackluster, but at least it doesn't waste your time while doing it.
Yeah, it's like the one person wants you to talk to someone who's all the way at the bottom of the Bionis.
Yeah, that to me is a little silly and a little excessive, but even then, you can have fast travel, so it's not technically a big issue. Thanks to the game's generous nature of, NPC placements and fast travel allowances, but it's good. But again, I cannot stress how much I really like the fact that if you just talk to NPCs and just roam around, you can learn more about characters, so not just faces and NPCs. Something in which I really think Xenoblade 2 dropped the ball on. But in any case, that's a bird. Necklace that you're mentioning, and the side quest is all but done. So let's go back and get the ponios. And I will say one thing. Even though now it is a bit late, when it rains, there is. Thanks, game. Thanks, game. I do appreciate it. Well, you know what? The game heard me, and it allowed. I will say one thing. Do not step up to this prick. Once you have finished the ether mine and allowed freedom to roam around, that guy is going to appear. Thankfully, though, for story reasons, you don't technically have a reason to come back to Calling 9 or to bite on his leg in a nutshell. So it's not technically in a way, but if you want to explore, and by the way, you probably should.
I thought he was there right off the bat.
I don't know, really. I'll be caught off guard now that it's raining. Anyway, after we collected for the ponyo meats, there is something that you probably want to do to save you a lot of time and possibly a lot of headaches and a lot of game overs, if there is such a thing in this game, before moving on to the marsh, or hopefully for the weather changes. While we just cut down innocent ponies. But let's face it, we're killing foals, kid horses, so a different type of child can be happy. It works.
We win. Let's keep on going like this, guys.
And and it's also it's also a good thing we're killing Ponios anyway, because here we are hopefully fulfilling two side quests requirements in one.
I haven't gotten a single neck meat though.
I know, that's why I said hopefully we would. Oh, will we get a red one now? We did!
Yay!
Thankfully, we killed the child and took their necks. Jesus, now think about it, this game's sick. Hopefully we can just kill 2 more kids and... Oh my god. And hopefully... do it. I'll say it now. Get used to this. You see the wolf there in its name? The napping wolfin? But you might be saying, but Lightning, when you just saw him, he wasn't napping, he was actively walking. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, get used to that. Get used to oxymoron named enemies. Because trust me, a lot of them are really jerkish, and some of them, especially one, is closer than you think.
We make a great
Especially starting the game. But you know, hey ho. But anyway, I guess we'll just cut to when we've killed all 4 the ponies, or at least. Oh, good. Oh yes, yeah. This is kind of a weird thing that I'll be honest, doesn't really pop up much in this game. And to be honest, I kind of question on when it's there. Every now and then, and I mean very, very, very rare times, you'll get random surprise quests pop up. Like here, we have a girl who's just about to be eaten by wolves. This isn't common, but it surprises you, and it comes out of nowhere. Granted, it does make the world feel more alive, that it's not just having place NPCs, and you know there's actually see people around in the hub area, but these are just as I say, these are not randomly generated. They are static. They stay the same each time. But it's just a case of there was no NPC, there was no side quest prompt. It's just here. I see, bathing woman. Thank you. I thought it was a goner. The wolf surrounded me. I couldn't get out. I couldn't get out of the water. I got everything worked out. I spent no less than you. I just knew you could do it. I wasn't me. Everybody helped. Astro does dance moves. Look at that. He's flexing and turning around. This place is great for bathing. It's a bit redundant since it's raining, but you know, hey ho. I'm never coming back by myself. I better get back to the camp. Thanks again. Guess what? You will never see bathing woman again. We can just chalk it up to she got eaten by another wolf on the way home. Either way, we're going to cut back to when we have our the Ponyo meets, and hopefully dodging this guy who's walking really slowly. Take your time, dude. By all means. It's not even got anyone else to be. Can't you pick up the pace? I work quicker than you. And apparently that small Ponyo had a chest with Dumban in his ass. Who's to say? Speed boots, I would happily take all that. As it seems, we have one final Ponyo down there, so hopefully he's got the goods. And by goods, I mean his neck. Which you honestly think would be, you know, the goods. As Dunban makes a nice and swift attack, and you know what? He did have the goods. He still kept his neck, because Dunban is so quick, so agile, he sliced his head clean off. And there we are! All side quests done in a matter of five killings. So hopefully we can go back and make the little Nopon kid a little bit happier. Because it's not just us who got hit with tragedy, or Charlotte.
How's it going?
Stephen little NPCs there. What? You actually managed to get the polo neck meat? I can't believe it. Well, I suppose I did a promise. Okay, I'll write a story for the book. Let Matriana know. I underestimated you, and somehow, don't ask me why. I think my look might be changing. Yay! And thankfully, we just have to walk, what, 7 feet? He'll do it? Oh, that's wonderful.
Can't he just shout out?
Can you do?
I'll write the book.
Can you do a book? No. God damn it! Oh, that's fantastic news. He said no. I'm glad everything worked out. Beep boop bop. Me too. A resounding success. A book shall be written. Olga told me what happened. He asked you to go and get some bone neck meat, didn't he? Was he spy on us? I can't believe anyone would put you in danger like that. Sounded right here is because he can be very sorry for sometimes. Rest assured, we'll work it out. Take this as payment from me. It's the least I can do. Yay! We got Quark armor. Awesome. And at some point, never mind. Anyway, he decided to move that 7 feet and Matt to come here. Hey, it's you guys again. Yeah, you just people I need to see and to exploit. I need to apologize. So how I acted before. Ever since the attack, I just haven't been myself. My attitude and my writing have been all over the place. I sit down to think, and suddenly my mind turns to that day. All the fun it running, and I never really escaped that day, and never will. That doesn't sound good. Beep boop bop. That's quite a problem. As in what, you ran? Having Charlotte here and him talk about how I hid among a crowd of elves and children is probably not the best thing. I was being led into the evac ship. While Garrett and the others may stand until the very end. Once again, probably not the best thing to say in front of Charlotte. Ryan, I'd like to have you back quickly. I was a selfish idiot. You stop being so hard on yourself, Erwin. But luckily though, as you can see here, if you have the right party member when talking to an NPC, things turn out to be a bit different. Not a single person here hates you for the decisions you took. Hearing all that from you makes all the difference, Charlotte. Maybe it's time to move on. But I'm feeling more positive now. I once again feel the desire to put quill to paper. I'll write a few lines since Matriona gave me an idea. Things are a little awkward between us, but it's getting better. Which brings me to the favor I had to ask you. I need so gooseberries make some paints up for Matriona. They will add a nice splash of colour to the book. The thing is, she doesn't have any. Have any. No one around here does. I hate to ask, but do you think you could get some for me? Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm lifesaver. Yes. I've heard it before. And moving on as he gestures his hands. I'll go back to my writing. I'll give me all two. Thanks, Dunban. You really can't contribute. Hey, buddy, guess what? Look at my hand. No doubt about it. Those are sour gooseberries. I use them to prepare the ink. It won't take me long to put the paint up. wait here for a moment as we fade out into nothingness and come back to somethingness. That's it. All done. This should be enough paint. Sorry to ask, but I could give the painting to my trainer, who's literally right behind us. Don't believe me? I got her face right now while you're currently facing in her direction. You watch, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Look at that! She's right there.
Me.
Oh, are they for me? That's what I was talking about a little while ago, saying how yes, it's not the best solution, just go to one person, talk to the other person, and back and forth. But at least the game makes it at least easier to be like, look, they're right there, go for it, so not much trouble. But anyway, there you go. Earl and I will endeavour to make a wonderful book together for a loan up on. I want to show it to everyone when it's ready. Not spam. Recently, that's how I feel. Though those feelings encourage me to work hard. Give her my thanks when you see her.
How's it going?
You could just turn your head and say, "Thank you." You're welcome. I couldn't have done it without you. To give me a nudge I needed. Please have this total appreciation, blah 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 blah. Glad everything worked out as Dunban works his neck around. God, that looks creepy. I feel alive again. I'm truly grateful. And there we are. It's not much, but hopefully we can start to make things different. Picture for parents should be finished soon. How exciting! It's still not perfect. I'd like you to take a look. It's about a river spirit that grants a wish to a sad boy named Pama. Wow, gee, that's subtle. And here we are. Oh, river spirit, river spirit, power come to play. He's drowning. Palmer. Here's my 10 palm to go and play in the river, you think? I mean, because you literally named the character after him. What the hell? I'll need the lake drop. Regular lake, but we can get one, just no problem. Next stream raid, you might be looking to find some regular lake though. Well, let's just do that just now. Meanwhile, I can get better to look after Pama. And here's something, an introduction to now a very unique aspect of Xenoblade. Give Pam a picture book. What a delightful idea, thought. He was so sad recently, and it would certainly cheer him up. I wish I could be with him all the time, but I had this ailment. I knew my medical herb tonic, or it just keep getting worse. If I had my medicine, I could be with Pam wherever he goes. I need to get a medical herb, and this is interesting because now it's a vision on top of a vision. It's pretty much a side quest within a side quest, but it's done in a really unique way. And to be honest, I really kind of like them because it shows that even things like side quests can have a domino effect. Like saying, this person's upset and this person's upset. And I don't know what it is, and it most likely is a personal thing to me, but I don't like the notion of seeing that someone is in trouble and not being unable to help them. So again, it's probably a personal thing to me, but just being able. Hang on, what's on the end there? So make sure. Cover all ground. I just really like the notion of I gotta help this person, or otherwise so and so will happen. And let's face it, what so and so is gonna happen is a child's gonna drown. What was the other thing?
I think that's the lake drop.
Anyway, now we go back. Let's see if we can take care of her ailment, so to speak.
Oh, hello.
Is that a medical herb? You found one for me. Yeah, but some bad will happen. Don't let him go anywhere near the river. Got it. I'll keep a close eye on him. Make sure she stays close for the camp. You really do care about Palmer, don't you? Rest assured he's safe with me. Don't worry yourself anymore. I heard Matron and made a picture book for Palmer. How kind are those two lovebirds? Now, don't tell them I said that. I've known those two for years. They make a lovely couple. I know Matron's been concerned for Palmer as well. But I'm right as rain now. You can tell Marion that I'm first to look after the boy from now on. And that was something that was an interesting thing. We have a choice in these side quests. Something which I really love. It's multiple choice, and you see when you see both outcomes. You see, yeah, sure. Hang on. If we get to the side quest, we get to see it. If we can find it. You're running away from it. I think it's near the lake, actually. Indeed it is. It's not even you.
Hi there.
Ain't you heard enough yet? You're glun for punishment. Oh yeah. I got something I really need to help out with. There's a grave on the cliff north of Clasper Falls. Do you know whose it is? Could you go into more detail, dare I ask? So, you don't know then? It's my friend's grave. Can put these flowers on it. You probably don't believe me, but I'm telling the truth this time. Never mind, I've lied to you twice already. No way. No way you believe me. Oh. You go tripping. I do. I can see it in your eyes. I can't believe 100p. I can't be 100% sure, but it feels like you're telling the truth this time. Really? Oh, you really believe me? What's this? I'm feeling a bit guilty. Don't be like that. I'm sure you had reasons for lying when you did, but I believe what you're saying now. I mentioned flowers for the grave, right? If do it for us. You know, the royal us. Then don't go trust us to me too much. I might get you killed for a third time. Put the flowers in the grave on the cliff north of Clasper Falls. Watch out for Turkins. It was one of those things that. Never mind. No problem. I will ignore that totally suspicious mark. So we'll get on that, but if we can just find Pam briefly. There we are.
Me.
Father said what? Well, I can't argue with that then. I'm glad it all turned out okay in the end. The picture book is finished. You can present it to Palmer now. I know he'll be thrilled with it. It would be great for you two of them to enjoy reading it together. And here we are. I have a picture book. And let's give it to this a little scared nut one who really doesn't look very scared. Whoopee! My parents are dead! Friends looking for Palmer. This picture book for Palmer? Matriona and Ewan make it? Thank you. Palmer always treasured this book. Palmer your grandpa father to read it to me. Everyone here is so kind. And that's good. Thanks, Dunban. As he levels up. Let's have a look at what I made. Grandpa are for a bear now, so Pam play with her every day.
Oh, hello.
I am feeling much better now, thanks to your assistance. It's such a relief not to worry about my health. And it sounds like things are pretty okay. You see, this is something that I really like about side quests, and the fact that they add visions to them as well. Especially ones like this in which you have multiple choices. Hello, boy. We are going to move away from you. It makes you decide, but it also makes you think logically. Say, for example, if we got the late drop, then yeah, sure, we can make the book and it'd be fine. But at the same time, no, he would have gone into the lake and drowned. But
I was worried that if we gave him the late drop, I think if I remember right, Matriona and Eowyn had a falling out, but yeah. I could be wrong.
Hey, I don't know. We've always chose that route, so I think it's a safe bet. But either way, oh no, I just like the fact that side quests make you think logically. It's either a short-term solution, or maybe it's something that you really need to think about. But anyway, as we see, this is an entire new side to the Bionis. We have a lot of waterfalls and we have a lot of platforms in general. This is something that I really love about the Bionis Leg. In that case, it's so wide and full of exploration that you can't help but admire it. And sometimes, for detriment or not, get lost in it. But as we go forward, Earnest wasn't kidding. There definitely are a surprising number of Turkins around for whatever reason. But it seems like up ahead, I can see what I can only assume to be a grave. You know what? Let's pay our respects. It's Ernest's friend's grave. Let's place the flowers. What's going on? It's the one that killed his friend. Hi. I'm shaking my head. Hello. I'm not arrogant, I'm just staring you in the face. Yeah, it's kind of awkward the fact that if you go through it when you just start the Bionis, this was meant to attack you from behind and start you at a disadvantage. And I will say, as dramatic as Monolith wanted these cutscenes or these quests are to be, the fact that it shows Shulk looking around, or Shulk looking at the grave, says, wait a minute, it's the one that killed his friend, without having any context with that.
Nice scene.
Nice scene as Dunban runs to Shulk. Shulk, are you okay? Oh, you are, thank God. But you know, as we kill a Turkin, and it seems like we definitely have an interesting situation going on. Let's hope we go back to the camp and see if Earnest can shed a bit of light on what just happened. Because before closure to Pama, let's see if we get anyone here. So a monster rushed in when you put the flowers down? I knew he'd be there. To take him down? I can't thank you enough. It's finally over. Someone lied to me, my friend, that there were crystals there. We went, but there was nothing. Then, on the way back, we were jumped by a Turkin.
That's why he lied to us, because he was lied to himself.
Indeed. My friend died to protect me. It's so good, it gives me nightmares. But I haven't been able to trust anyone since. but you trusted me and know when to put the flowers in his grave. You even got revenge from a friend. Thanks. I really mean it. I'm glad everything worked out, beep boop. I expect no less from you. Yes, yes, yes. Robotic response from all. Oh my god, Shulk. Those were some from him. And it seems like there seems to be a reason. Indeed, it is. We've got grand boots.
Never gonna give up.
And it seems like if you keep pushing and keep being nice to people, or at least keep trying for people, you'll get through them eventually. I think that's a good lesson for real life. Yeah, sure, some people might be a prick, but first impressions aren't everything. They're important, but they're not everything. Everyone messes up sometimes, right? But I think with that, we'll end things off here. So, next episode, we'll continue on to the marsh. After we brought a little bit to closure. From people who've lost friends and families. And funny enough, they're right on screen right now. But, until then, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Dunban, I'm sorry, we'll get to your fighting style eventually, I promise.